and gentlemen, I want to welcome you all to this training exercise jointly organized by the Senate Committee on Agriculture and the House Committee on Agriculture. It's a privilege to have this type of training, as the country is moving towards, going back to our base, which is farming. And it is highly important, the era of using cutlass, using hoe and gun. We need to encourage our youths to do what? To come into farming, to come into agriculture. And the only way in which we can encourage them is by introducing these new farming implements, so that they can also, join the race. That's the reason why the Joint Committee organized this training for we farmers, so that we can know how to make use of these implements. I want to inform every one of us that we should cooperate with our trainers. It's an opportunity, and any opportunity lost may never be recovered again. I want to encourage you, don't just see it as a child play at all. There's no way we should not go home with something. So, once again, on behalf of the director, I want to welcome you all and happy training exercise.
You are being sincerely advised to listen attentively, as this is not a child play. So I want to invite the executive director, Professor Veronica Obatolu, for the opening remark. The executive director is not around and is ably represented by the deputy director, Dr. Olaide Saka. Please let us appreciate him.
I want to welcome all of us to this very important workshop that is being organized by Alritrix Integrated Nigeria Limited in collaboration with Prof Nigeria Limited, under the sponsorship of the Senate and House of Representatives Committee on Agriculture of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. If all of us look back to what has happened to the Nigerian economy, right in most recent time, right from the year 2016, when our economy first went into recession as a result of the fall in oil price. And what happened recently, considering the COVID-19 pandemic, these two events globally had a negative impact on the economies of nations and the livelihood of all of us. And immediately after the 2016 recession, the development planners in Nigeria here advocated that Nigeria doesn't have any other option than to diversify the economy away from oil. And they also went ahead that in order to solve the problem of unemployment, especially among youth, that has been existing and that the country has been battling with even before the recession, then they definitely have to look towards a sector that can be mobilized to generate employment for quite a lot of people at a time, and at the same time ensure that people have adequate access to food and means of livelihood. This capacity building that we are doing today is a way of sensitizing ourselves towards looking at towards adopting mechanization as a way of making our farming systems competitive.
To come and tell us what the program is all about, engineer please.
You are all welcome once again to Institute of Agricultural Research and Training, Obafemi University. This is more plantation. We are a branch of the university, as you are well. Now, this training is meant to open us up to a variety of items, which will be on the theoretical part and also on the practical aspect. A lot of times, recently it's been discovered that smallholder farmers are the ones accountable for about 80% of the food grown worldwide. So if you look at yourself coming into agriculture, don't look at yourself as a small player. You are needed. You are reckoned with all over the world. And the only way you can make impact in what you are doing is to have a proper knowledge of the equipment you are going to be using. For example, a farmer buys an equipment due to wrong usage, it will not last more than a year. And believe me, you will have to remove the cost from his profit at the end of the year. So what if he can use that equipment for the next 4-5 years? You see, we will be able to reduce his cost and we'll be able to increase productivity. So those are part of the things we'll be opening you to see some basic equipment, how you can handle them, the safety precautions required in handling such, and how you can use them appropriately. And then you will have a field session. We need to make sure that everybody moves along at the same level. So if you have any question, any comments, please don't hesitate to bring our attention to it. Once again, I want to welcome us back, and we will pray that we all have a fruitful deliberation this time.
I want to call on the executive director, represented by Deputy Director, to declare the training open.
On behalf of the executive director, so Olaide Obatolu, I hereby declare the 2020 edition of capacity building on handling of modern equipment open. Thank you very much.
We would like to advise them to make good use of this opportunity. It's a rare opportunity, as you know, so that they will, whenever they go back to their farms, make good use of whatever equipment they have. And if funding come in future, they will be able to handle such equipment properly and as well the way they should.
This is a program that is sponsored by the Senate and House of Representative Committees on Agriculture. Well, it's a capacity building. When it's a capacity building, you first expose them to theoretical training on what each of these equipments can, what they have, what they can do, and how to maintain them. Then after that, we now go to the field to demonstrate to them how these equipments are being used and specific farm operation that they are being used for. Then after that, the National Assembly Committees also made provision for a starter ticket that we are going to use to buy some of the equipment for use on their farm.